there are some fantastic Black Friday week deals available, and today I'm going to show you some of those which I've found. I think there's perhaps something here for everybody, and there's something I've found which is quite controversial, which always divides opinion. And if you watch all these deals and there isn't anything for you, then do let me know what I have missed out. I also want you to share the deals which you've found so everybody else has an opportunity to find these great deals. And if you're looking for deals on campervans or motorhomes, then maybe you want to look out for my video on Sunday. There's a show this weekend, and I think there might be some deals available from the dealerships. So let's have a look at some of these deals, and don't worry, there are a lot, but I will be rattling through them. Let's see if there's anything here which takes your fancy. So first of all, which we've got here, is we've got Bluetti power stations. Now, long-term viewers of the channel will know that I've got a few of these. This laptop's actually sitting on one now. Really high-tech, this studio. It's just a spare room. But I've got a few of these. I've got a massive one, a kind of medium one, and I've got one which I've not really brought to you yet. I did use it in last week's video, but they're a really good product. Lithium iron phosphate batteries, and there's just a wide range, and basically there is some fantastic offers on Black Friday here. So as you can see here, some really big discounts. But perhaps you've already got a power station, but you need something to use with it. Ninja air fryer. Now this again is actually something which I have, and I didn't pay that price. It's got 34% off, 240 quid down to £159. If you're looking for an air fryer, then that is definitely one which you should be looking at. Can highly recommend that. Also, with your power station, and if you are looking for that gas-free living, then maybe an induction hob is going to be for you. Now Tefal, good brand. I've got that steak maker thing, that a grill thing. It's absolutely brilliant. And Tefal have got an induction hob now on Black Friday offer, 29% off, down to £59.99. Moving on, maybe you want some entertainment whilst you're in your campervan or motorhome, and this is actually a projector which I've seen and keep thinking, do I go for it? It's an Eliphas, I think it's called, and I've seen quite a bit of comment on this on the online forums and things, and it is highly recommended. 26% off, but there's actually an additional £30 voucher, so that's actually going to take it down to 170 quid from 270. And I do believe that this is a very good product, as I've said, but maybe you want something which is a brand which is more well known. Now obviously when it comes to projectors, Nebula is one of those brands which is often talked about, but you do have to be careful with this. Now you can see here that we've obviously got the Black Friday deal, and we've got some big discounts, but you've got a Nebula Capsule 3 at £539.99, and then you've also got another Nebula Capsule 3, but this one is £369.99. Make sure that you do actually check, when you are comparing them from other shops, make sure that you are looking at exactly the same model, because those models are different. As you can see, it's not just the price. You've obviously got the Nebula Mars 3 as well, which is discounted if you're looking for something a little bit different. So yeah, so projectors, lots of different options there. And if you're looking for something to use on the projector, it's Black Friday, Amazon Black Friday, so obviously your Fire Sticks are going to be discounted as well. And yep, here we go, some big discounts on the Amazon Fire Sticks. Now, sometimes we don't always want to be listening to the TV or whatever it is which we've got in our campervans, and we don't want to be using the speakers, or maybe we want that volume a little bit higher. Maybe we're on our own and we just want that better sound quality. Now, this is again something which I have, and like I really highly recommend. I spent ages going through, do I get the Apple AirPod Maxes, or do I get this, or do I get that? And I actually stuck with these, and this is a really good product, and they've got 35% off on the Black Friday, down to 247. So if you're looking for a really good high quality noise cancelling headphone, then that is a good one. And I do have an iPhone, and they work perfectly well with it. Maybe that isn't your entertainment what you want though. Maybe you want to read a book. Again, Amazon Black Friday, the Kindles are going to be on offer. And flipping out, the Kindles have gone up in price, haven't they, last time since I bought one? And the only reason I was looking is because I'm probably going to have to be buying one this Christmas. But yeah, some big discounts there, as you would expect, on the Kindles. But maybe you want a physical book. And I'm just going to give you an example now of a book. And I did think this was on Black Friday offer, but it actually isn't. I'm sure it was 20 quid, but now it's 14.69 for the paperback. But this is a paddleboarding book, and it's one which I saw recommended on Facebook. I think it was by somebody made a comment on one of the pages, and I bought it, and it's really, really good. Obviously, I do live Devon, Cornwall. I live in Devon on the border of Cornwall. So this places in the southwest is perfect for me, and it's absolutely brilliant. Really, really high recommended book. But you might not even have a paddleboard, and if you don't, well, there are Black Friday offers for Sandbank style. You'll have seen before. You can't actually see them, but I've got my Sandbanks paddleboard there, and I've also got my inflatable kayak as well. Highly recommended products. Big savings. They've got paddleboards from 175, kayak packages from 449. So yeah, it's a brand which I do use. Highly recommend. Maybe you want to document though whilst you're out and about. Maybe you want to take some photos and imagery. Now obviously I've got a couple of cameras, and I do have a drone. This from DJI have now got the DJI Mini 3 on Black Friday offer from 569 to 399. Now that isn't the latest model, but it is still a drone. I mean, I've got the 3 myself, and it is more than capable. And also on offer, which I'm really, really tempted by, is the DJI Osmo 4. Now the Osmo 5 has just come out, but this one was 379 down to 199. I really am tempted by that, but I needed a new laptop as well. This flipping laptop, it broken again this morning. It's just delayed everything which I've been doing today because it's messed up again. I can't afford everything. I do these videos as a hobby, and to be quite honest with you, most of them actually make a loss. But I do enjoy it. But yeah, I can't afford everything. But yeah, I kind of need an outdoor waterproof camera. So yeah, that is something of interest. Moving on now, and I like my coffee. I really do like my coffee. And over the years, I've kind of gone from different things. So I've got the French press, which you put on your stove and you can boil it, and it's a nice experience to be doing it like that. Wakakao, still don't know how to pronounce it. I've got a couple of these. I've got the Nano Presso, the portable espresso. That's on Black Friday offer, and the Pico Presso is. Cup of mocha, that's another one which I've got, which is the filter coffee. So you kind of put your filter paper in the top, you put your coffee, your ground coffee on top of that, and then it just filters down. Really nice cup of coffee. But my favourite, and something which I use all the time, taking it to the beach, taking it to work, taking it absolutely all over the place, and that's the Outing Nano portable electric coffee machine. Because this is brilliant, because it can use cold water. So you put cold water in it, press the button, and then 3 or 4 minutes later you've got a nice espresso. Really, 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 really high recommended machine, and that is on Black Friday offer from 150 down to 111. Brilliant, absolutely love that. Battery powered, as I say, and it can use hot water as well. And if you use hot water, the battery lasts a lot longer. But yeah, really, really highly recommended is that. So moving on, we then go to keeping your milk cool, or maybe your food, and that's Alpicool. Now Alpicool was recommended to me by Lewis at Templeway Campervans when I saw him last year, and this is a brand which he uses. He's got quite a few of the products, and they're on Black Friday deal. So £260, that top one there, for a 45 litre portable car fridge freezer, down to 170 quid. So yeah, so an absolute great deal there. And then you've got different shapes and sizes depending on what your use purpose of it is. But if you are having food in that fridge, then you're going to need somewhere to cook it. And you've seen that I've used this before, the Weber Go Anywhere barbecue. And this is the traditional charcoal coal briquette barbecue. Portable, comes with a bag, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And you can see there it's got 17 quid off on the Black Friday deal. And yeah, highly recommended. As far as barbecue goes, that's kind of like the top level, a lot of people say. So yeah, you can't really go wrong with a Weber barbecue, and nor can you with a Solo stove. Love my Solo stove. I've got two. I've got the Ranger and I've got the Bonfire. So the Ranger is the smaller one, Bonfire slightly bigger, and for the bonfire, I've got the pizza maker as well. Every time I use that, I say, why don't I use this more than I do? Because it is brilliant. Solo stove, first saw it, I think it was on Instagram, kept popping up, and it was one of those where you think just looks too good to be true. It's not. That is exactly how it looks. Really, really good product. And again, Black Friday offers. And in fact, the bonfire is on offer, which I think is made it now cheaper than the Ranger. So yeah, so do check those out. Got lots of accessories as well, which comes with it, which you can get for it. Sorry, heat deflector, pizza ovens. You've got all sorts. Do take a look. Highly recommended. But something which you should have, you might not necessarily have it, but you really should. And if you haven't, then absolutely go and get it. Fire extinguisher. And fire extinguishers, whichever one you get, just make sure it's the right one for your van. But they are on Black Friday offer. Fire XO, which is the one which I use, 7-in-1, down to 32 quid, including the pan extinguisher sachet as well. Smoke alarms, carbon monoxide alarms, you should have them, but if you haven't, then Fire Angel, good brand, reputable brand. They've got lots of different products out there, so do check those out. And as you can see here, there's absolutely loads of them which are on that Black Friday offer. Now, last week's video, I did a video where I was talking about you don't need a diesel heater or a gas heater. Basically, so you don't have to go and watch it. I was saying that you heat yourself as opposed to the environment. There's obviously pros and cons with that. However, one of the products which I mentioned was Aoro, don't know how you pronounce it. And somebody said that that's what they've got. Spoke to somebody else and that's what they've got. And yeah, apparently it is a really good product. Recommended. I looked at it and it was like actually quite pricey, but they are now on Black Friday offer. There's such a wide range of choice though, you have to spend some time and have a proper look at it. There's loads and loads of different options there. But yeah, as you can see there, that they are on the Black Friday offer as well. So in that video, I also showed a small two-person tent. And this small two-person tent just kind of folds up into a little bag. It's one of those where it's like origami, where you've kind of got to twist it and turn it and get it back in the bag. Black Friday deal, down 66%, down to £28.92. Admittedly, I think I only paid £35 for it, but still, it's £28.92 on there. Different colours, a blue, a green, and a red. I've got it in the green, and I think my daughter now wants one in a red as well. Just a small, very, very useful tent. I mean, you could even just take it to the beach and use it as a beach tent as well. So yeah, so another Friday deal there. Pans, camping pans. Not going to give you any specifics because there's absolutely loads of them on there. Fire maple is at the top there, which I'll come on to in a minute. But yeah, you've got lots of different options here. Some of them come with different size pans, frying pans. Some of them come with kettles and different utensils and things like that. Knives and forks. So yeah, so do have a look. But yeah, they've got some cracking deals as far as the camping pan sets are concerned. So we spoke before about security in a van quite a while ago, about putting alarms on your van and physical protections and things like that. But what about your house whilst you're actually away in your camper van? If you've got a camper van or your motorhome, you're probably away from your house quite a lot. So Blink, which is an Amazon company, have got security systems. So as far as these security systems, you can actually have outdoor cameras. So it isn't just a case of whilst you're away, but also whilst you're at home, cameras covering your pride and joy, which is sat on your drive or your pavement outside. And Black Friday deal, 60% off, and that is now $35.99 for one outdoor camera. They do different systems, so you can have two camera systems. They've got indoor systems, but yeah, they've got the Black Friday offers, and it seems 60% off for the two camera systems. So yeah, so you've got lots of different choices there. So do check that out. Now, a long time problem, which a lot of people are often saying, how do I get condensation off my windows? Now, prevention is better than the cure. So obviously ventilation, getting those windows down, having some wind deflectors. I've got some new of those coming. That's another story. Do watch out for that video. Yeah, there was a problem, but don't worry, I'm sorting it out. But yeah, so cracking open those windows, having a bit of ventilation. So yeah, but the cure, which some people use is the Karcher window vac. This is the WV2, 45% off, and it's there to be able to get that condensation off your windows. It's also good when you've cleaned them and things like that. So yeah, I know that's a product which a lot of you have, and if you haven't, it's there on an offer for you. Now, we are coming to the winter period. Some of you won't be using your motorhomes and your campervans over that winter period, and the batteries can deteriorate. If the battery isn't being cranked over, if it's not being used regularly, then that battery can suffer. How many times do we get in the vehicle in the winter and it's not quite getting there? Well, a battery optimizer, a battery charger, you can trickle charge your vehicle to make sure that when you do get in it, then that battery is going to be optimized and it's going to fire up and it's going to be running exactly as it should. So CTEK do a wide range of them. Do have a look at the descriptions as to what battery you've got and which one you actually need. But yeah, they've got some Black Friday deals here. So you've got the top one there, the MXS5. Come from 95 down to 62.99. So yeah, so another good deal on there. And it's dark. Go out walking my Lottie in the morning, and a perfect head torch. Now Nebo is a brand of products which I've had for ages. I've got the Little Larry, I've got the Big Larry, and I've also got the Einstein 750, the head torch. Now this isn't rechargeable. It does take 4 AAA batteries, but obviously they're rechargeable. And yeah, it's just a really good head torch. Kind of like just tap the button to put it on and it just directs. So it means you've got 2 hands to do whatever you want. So you've got one hand holding your dog or whatever it is, and then you've got another hand to pick up anything which you need to pick up off the floor. So yeah, so it's a really good torch. Using it around the campsite just gives you free hands, so you can put your torch on. If you've got 2 children, you can be holding the 2 children's hands wherever you go in with them. So yeah, another good product. So I mentioned I was going to come on to fire maple again, and this is kind of like your hot water boiling system, boiling water really quickly. The fire maple, which I know a lot of people of you use, recommended by a lot of you, and that one is on Black Friday offer as well. So discounts there. So out and about, stick it in your backpack, go out for a walk, go down to the beach, whatever. You can boil your water. You don't need to go to the beach cafe. You can make your own. Although I do like to go to the beach cafes. I do like to support the local businesses down there in Devon and Cornwall. So models, I mean, this should have been a little bit back earlier on when I was talking about entertainment. And I know some of you like to build these models, and it kind of reminded me because somebody mentioned it the other day. They got this jigsaw down at the bottom there. It's only a couple of quid off, but this is more of a, just remember that, this is could make an ideal gift. If I actually got one of those, probably that top one, the Airfix Quick Build model campervan, I'd actually be really pleased to receive that. I don't think any of my family members watch these videos, but if they do, yeah, I'd quite like that. So barbecues, this has really gone out of order. Barbecue equipment, barbecue gear, this is one which I've got myself, and there's lots of different options, so I'm not saying just go and buy this one, but there are loads and loads of different ones. So it's got all your barbecue utensils and the bits and pieces which you need to obviously do your cooking. I really like the corn on the cob skewer things. They're really good. They're kind of like really heavy duty, and yeah, they're quite good. But yeah, loads of deals there, 20% off as far as that's concerned. So a Live Venture wash bag. Now, I'm not going to show you the example of mine. Mine's old and battered, and it must be at least 20 years old, and it's still going. Yeah, the little mirror inside's long gone. But yeah, it's a great wash bag. Come in different shapes and sizes, and yeah, it's 20% off, so not a massive saving. But yeah, just really highly recommended. Fantastic for carrying your toiletries. It's got like hooks and things like that, so you kind of hook it onto the door. If you go in using shower rooms and things like that at the campsites, and it's got a mirror in there, so you can see yourself. And yeah, it's just a really good wash bag. Used mine for a long time. Now, controversial. So Crocs, I know this really does divide opinion, as does dry robes and things like that. But Crocs, they're on Black Friday offer. My daughter wants some Yeah, my daughter wants some Crocs, but they are on offer, 50% off. So 50% off. Lots of obviously different shapes and sizes. You've got children's, you've got males. There's just all sorts of different ones there. I'm not really going to go into any detail because I don't really know anything about Crocs. Although people do say that you should get them because they're ridiculously comfy. They'd be surprised. Yeah, nah, they're just not for me. But yeah, as you can see here, you've got lined ones, so you've got ones which are lined in a bit more, keep your feet a little bit warmer. So was there anything there for you? Or have you found something somewhere else? Do let me and everybody else know in the comments. And if you're looking for a deal on a camper van, then you can have a look at that video here from Sunday. If not, have a look at these amazing camper vans here. Take care, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.